Hey guys, it's Matt Walk, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Dominaria. So we just got the full spoiler just a couple days ago, and holy moly, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I haven't been this excited for a new set I should say, in a long time, probably my favorite set since like the original Onslaught block, which had tons and tons of stuff that I loved. Um, and also has a lot of good sort of stuff from Time Spiral, where you have look at all this cool stuff from Magic's past, and lots of references and cool stuff like that. And there's like a ton of references to older cards and older things in Dominaria. So that's pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of that. So that's that. I mean, I love it. So it's like Dominaria does a couple things really well. So it did the Time Spiral thing really well without being really too confusing, too many weird mechanics and stuff, which I personally liked all the weird mechanical combinations. But so it did the Magic Past nostalgia thing very well, significantly better than Time Spiral did. Time Spiral block, even though I love that block. Let's see here. Also did the Legends stuff a lot better than, say, Champions block did. Especially since, like, you know, with all the power creep to Legends and stuff, they're a lot better than Champions block. I mean, that was just a weak block in general, but so that's good. Good Legends. Lots of cool Legends, so many cool Legends. Nice uncommon Legends, so that's cool, I guess, you know, so you don't have to pay through your teeth, or is that pay out your teeth? Is that how the phrase goes? That idiom? I'm not sure. So that's good. So got the nostalgia, got the legend stuff, good. A lot of the art looks really great. Story's pretty cool, pretty interesting. I love all the returning old characters mixed with some of the new characters and stuff. I mean, the story has just been going really good. Last couple expansions, I think the story's doing great. So that's cool. I like all we need now for everything to be perfect story-wise. We just need Soren. More Soren, just being Soren and doing, like, being, I don't know, like the Sasuke or whatever of Magic the Gathering. What can I say? I like it. I think he's cool. I think he's so sweet. Dude, don't even talk bad about Soren. Anyway, so we got some cool vampires. I got Senger in this set, but I mean, he's such a loser. Like, dude, Senger is nothing. They're losers, bunch of losers. Everyone knows they're losers. Like, look, it's all about Soren. He's kawaii. It's amazing. Look, whatever. We don't need these Senger losers. Like, Senger losers, get out. Like, get out. Oh, and there's tribal stuff too. I guess that was the third thing. So there's like wizard stuff, and a lot of cool wizard stuff. Some cool wizard stuff. A lot of it feels kind of like samey to me. I'm like, oh, I've seen this all like a million times or whatever. It kind of feels like a little bit, but it's good wizard stuff. More combat oriented, more prowess kind of like stuff. So that's pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of that. Got some knights. Knights are like white black, so got a lot of that, and those are pretty interesting, pretty cool looking. I like it. And of course, goblins. Look, goblins are the best. I mean, they got the best reprints. They got the best cards. I mean, you can't mess around with goblins. Look, they're the best. That's it. War Chief, Siege King, Skirk Prospector. Like, what more do you want? What more do you want? Like, it's so close probably to being a deck. I mean, like, those I think are, that and maybe Wily Goblin are probably the actually only good goblins, I think. Pretty close. Or there's that pseudo Mog Fanatic guy. Yeah, not a lot of good cards. Maybe in the core set we'll get more goblins, and I'm hoping for some reprints for some good goblins, or some. Give us a 3-mana Goblin Shatter. All right, I'm not asking for too much. Okay, so we got good tribal stuff, which, oh man, I love tribal stuff. And tribal stuff in this set's really good compared to like the last set where it was not that good, except for the dinosaur stuff. Everything dinosaur related in Ixalan is amazing, and dinosaurs are amazing. The rest of the stuff is kind of Oh, I like the pirates. Pirates are cool. Oh, and you got a dinosaur in this set, which is a reference to like the, was it Pygmy Allosaurus from Ice Age or whatever? Oh my gosh, stuff's so freaking sweet. So much cool art. Got a dinosaur, which I predicted. I predicted it, and you didn't know I did. I predicted it, but I knew I did predict it, even though you guys didn't. It was amazing. I love being right about that. So yeah, we got, and it's a good one. This is a good one. Comes in fight stuff if you kick it. You got a dinosaur with kicker. I mean, for the love of God. It got some, oh man, the reprints. Got the reprints. Oh, got some good reprints. Other than the aforementioned goblins, which are amazing. Got Skizik, which is one of my favorite creatures from back in the day. Now it's an uncommon. It's great. It's got cool art. Verdant Force, holy moly. Boy, I mean, just so many cool, good reprints. So many cool, good reprints. I love it. I was just so excited. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down the spoiler, and I'll just start looking at stuff, seeing if there's anything that's really interesting, just commenting on random stuff. So we'll look at it. I mean, I think looks like there's a ton of value in this set from a financial viewpoint. Looks like there's a ton of value in Mythic. Like almost all the Mythics look really good. At least the pre-order prices for them seem pretty high, and they all look. I mean, I think they'll all hold fairly well. They're all really sweet. There's some good value rares. I mean, you know, I don't think there's any particular card that's like super expensive. Like, you know, there'll just be a random card that's better than everyone, you know, a sleeper, and people don't even know it's good and it's amazing in standard, and so it spikes up a ton. It looks like there's a ton of value in Mythic. There's some pretty good value rares. You got the Cycle of the Innistrad, the enemy color checklands, I guess that's what they're called. So those are good. Some other good stuff. Got Gilded Lotus, man. I love Gilded Lotus. That thing will creep back up in price. No problem. That's a sweet card. Man, I love that card. Man, good cards. All right, let's get started on this. So yeah, let's go with white. Work our way down. The first thing I see is kind of interesting. The Banalish. Is that how you say it? Banalish Marshal. It's a cycle of the 5 color guys. The cycle of 5 monocolor guys. They're all like 3 mana for creature, and they all have different effects. It's just a glorious anthem, so it's kind of cool. Another really good card we got here, Board the Weatherlight. I think that one's sweet. So that's the 2 mana sorcery, white and a colorless. Basically impulse the top 5 and put a historic card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom in a random order. That's pretty sweet. That's definitely going to be a mainstay in Constructed. I mean, might even see some play in like Modern or something, because digging 5 cards deep. We've seen this with the one that Tron plays. Oh man, I think I forgot it last time I was talking about it too. Ancient Stirrings, that's right. Ancient Stirrings, so it's basically like that. A little more expensive, but in white too. So that's not something, not a color that gets a lot of card advantage. So that's pretty interesting. Charge, which I think is cool because it's like it's just 1 white instant. I don't think that's ever been printed. I think that's like a new card. Some other stuff that's kind of cool. The Daring Archaeologist thing seems like like they're just waiting for it could be broken somehow. Yeah, just basically seems like kind of a combo card. Yeah, so I mean, anything that blinks it, there's got to be some sort of combo with that. That's what it seems like. But it seems like a fine card by itself. Dub is a sweet card. I think it's cool. I like it. The Evra Halcyon Witness, is that how you pronounce it? I actually don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, that's kind of cool. Throwback to Sarah Avatar. A little better, I think. Sarah Avatar was like 8 mana or something, right? Or was it 6 or 7? I don't know. I think this is overall better, but it's pretty sweet. Fall of the Thran, all of the sagas. Oh, I totally forgot to mention the sagas. These things are sweet. I love like all the weird sort of like medieval style, like tapestry art or whatever. I think that's so cool. I just like that kind of art. There's something about it that really gets to me. Really like really evokes like, yeah, this is cool. This is sweet. This is old timey. this feels like a magic card. More magic cards than more like a magic card than a lot of magic cards, if that makes any sense. Fall of the Thran, got Armageddon. That's sweet. I think the sagas are really cool. I think their gameplay is really cool. Especially like History of Benalia for your night decks. Like, oh man, this is such a sweet mythic. Like in your night deck, I mean, that's gonna be like once you get to the third chapter, like it's literally like that's the end of the story. I mean, if you have any number of nights in, that's probably like when you're alpha striking with this thing. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Let's see, Mace Unicorn. It's like a reference to Mace and Pegasus. That's cool. Lyra Dawnbringer, which is sweet. Good commander card, obviously, for your Angel deck. Because I don't think there's really been a really cool like Angel commander for like Angel Tribal. At least I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think it's sweet. It makes your stuff all Baneslayer-y, and it's sweet. I'm a big fan. I like it. I like it. Seal Away. Seal Away's sweet. Like, this is really strong removal. Big fan. I like it a lot. Obviously, like, you can play around it, you know. So if they know if you're playing white, you're gonna be playing around it. You're not gonna be attacking your Scarab Gods into it, but you know. But still, like, even then, like, say you don't have it, obviously, and you're leaving up 2 mana or whatever, people are gonna play around it when you don't have it. They're not gonna be attacking with their stuff. So, you know, I guess it goes both ways, right? So that's cool. I like those kind of games, those sort of mind game, little mini game things. Sarah Angel, what more do you say about that? Some good legends, good angel legends, like the Shalai, the 4-mana 3/4 flyer, gives all your stuff hexproof, and then 6 mana to put a counter on each creature. Like, man, you just really want like your Nykthos or your Cradle or something in play with this, and just start pumping everything. That's cool. The Apostle guy is cool. Returns historic spells from graveyard to battlefield. When you cast a historic spell, return target creature with conferred mana cost 3 or less to the battlefield. That thing's sweet. I like that they brought back the Aven thing. It looks like Otaria's like totally garbage, which is kind of ironic because originally Otaria wasn't destroyed very much in the Phyrexian invasion because they were like this little continent island thing, like Australia, but with possibly less deadly things. Anyways, so it was fine. The rest of the world was destroyed. And now after all the crazy stuff that happened with Kamal and Corona and all that other stuff, it is totally nuked. Is craptastic, and everything else is recovering. So kind of a little ironic, I guess. And Urza's Ruinous Blast. I mean, how sick is this art? It's like Urza like going Super Saiyan, and you got Golgothian Silix. I mean, this is sweet stuff. Now we're on the blue stuff. Antiquities War is sweet. I'm a big fan of that card. That's a sweet card. I like it a lot. I like the art too, but yeah, I like March of Machines. So it's like Seeker, Tezzeret the Seeker, man, and the Impulse is good. Impulse 5. Let's see. I like Deep Freeze. That's sweet art. Look, I love more stuff. More stuff with goblins is all you need. Just more goblins in your art. Just silly goblins, like goblins, not monkey goblins or like mini yeti goblins or like retarded turtle goblins. Like just goblins. That's all we really need. Just goblins that look like goblins. Like, is that too much to ask? All the best goblins have been goblins that look like goblins. All right. Okay. I think Curator's Ward's pretty cool. Like giving stuff heck. Oh, I see. Karn's Temple Sundering. When I saw this thing, the first thing I thought of was like, oh, I could totally this in Edric, and it's like the sweetest EDH deck because you can like it loves obviously Time Walks, and it gives you a bonus too of bouncing a non-land permanent. So like you can bounce one of their things. You can bounce like your Eat Witness to regrow with one of your other Time Walks. The non-exiling ones, obviously. That's sweet. I love all the legendary sorceries are cool. I like Merfolk Trickster. That thing's sweet. I mean, Mirari Conjecture. It's cool. Like I said, sagas are all pretty sweet. Some wizards that all kind of blend together. Another reprint of Opt. That's pretty sweet. Oh, the blue one, the blue triple blue guy, the Tempest Djinn. 3 blue, 0/4, flying, +1/+0 for each basic island. That thing's sweet. I mean, that's like, oh man, it's a Djinn. I like the Djinns. I don't know if there's any Afrits in this set, but there's Djinn, so that's cool. Time of Ice, of course, it's amazing. Got the Wizard Counterspell, got the Genie of the Lamp. Look, all these sets that have Richard Garfield on them are just so good. They're just better than, I mean, it really shows. Like, he was on the original Innistrad, original Ravnica. I mean, the guy is just a genius, and I don't know if this set's so good because he's so much smarter and better than everyone, or or these guys just need some new blood or something. I don't know. Who knows? But anytime Richard Garfield's amazing. I mean, gosh, the guy's just great. Let's move on to black. Nothing too interesting. Oh, right, I forgot, they got Thalids. Oh, I love the Thalids. That's sweet. All the Thalid stuff is sweet. Deathbloom Thalids, it's 3-mana 3/2. It dies, you get a 1/1 Sapperling. Like, I'm gonna play that in my Thalid deck. That's amazing. That's awesome. Demon Lord Belzenlock. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. Last demon that Liliana has to kill. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty good. It's like demonic consultation, but it hurts you a bit. Like, literally just pings you for 1 usually. I mean, I don't know. I guess you just get a card with it usually. If you hit multiples, that'd be pretty sweet. It's cool. I mean, it seems more like a commander card. At least, yeah, I don't know. I like all the demons. All of Liliana's demons are pretty sweet. Obviously, Fungal Infection, pretty sweet. I like it. I like killing utility stuff. Kills Llanowar Elves. That's a good one. Final Parting, sweet. It's good. It's like the black green card from Return to Ravnica, I think. Like the tutor for a card, put in your hand and then 1 to your graveyard. It's pretty cool. Ooh, I like the Lich Knight guy, Josu Vest. That's like Liliana's undead brother. He's cool. 4-mana, 4/5 menace. Kicker with black, 5 colors. It kicks, you make a buttload of zombies. 8 2/2s. Black Zombie Knights even, so that's sweet. Big fan. That card's sweet. I want to play it all day, all night. It's awesome. Lix Mastery is sweet. I mean, I like these weird build around me kind of like game-changing rules cards. You know, sort of like Solitary Confinement from Odyssey. Like, that's a sweet one. This is a good one too. I like it. Well, I don't think it's good like that, but it's sweet. Phyrexian Scriptures, this card's sweet. Man, it's a really good card. Be surprised if it doesn't see some play, and maybe even Legacy somewhere. I'm not really sure where. There's not a lot of decks that would really kind of want it, but it's a pretty powerful effect for only 4 mana, so we'll see. But probably Modern, probably not Legacy. It could be. Never say never. Rat Colony, this thing's awesome. How do you not love piles of rats? Let's see. More Thalids. And the Frog Spirit thing. That thing's just so ridiculous. I'm just like, what is up with this stuff? Alright, moving on to red. Nothing too interesting. First Eruption, obviously. Wonderful. I love that card. It's like, you can imagine like a volcano like exploding and then burbling up on the 2nd chapter and then super exploding the 3rd time. Like, that's really cool. I like it. It's a sweet enrage enabler for your dinos. So play it with the raptor and stuff, and draw cards and kill stuff, and then, oh yeah, that thing's sweet. I'm a big fan. Oh yeah, Goblin Chain Whirler. That dude's sweet. That dude is really good, actually. I guess he's like the 4th good goblin or something in standard. 3 mana, 3 power, first strike, and then pings all their stuff, and their planeswalkers for 1. So that's pretty powerful, pretty good. I think people are talking about like playing it in Legacy Goblins, where I think this is probably just worse than Sharpshooter most of the time, except when you like really have to kill all their dudes like right now, which would be like against elves. But I think I'd rather just have like Pyrokinesis to hold me over for a turn if my Sharpshooter doesn't have haste, and just clean up their stuff that way, and then just untap with a Sharpshooter and then just win. I think that's a little better than just playing this guy as a 1-of or something. Again, War Chief. I love War Chief. It has the reference in its flavor text to Mon's Goblin Raiders. I think there's some more plurals in there. I don't know, but that's sweet. Jai Ballard is cool. Glad you got a card. I'm not super in love with it though. Let's see. Orcish Vandal's kind of interesting. Red in the colors for a 1/1 tap stack artifact deals 2 damage to any target. I don't know. It seems like they could do something. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Let's see here. Siege Gang, of course, not with art that's not as good as the original Siege Gang had amazing art. But this dude looks pretty ripped though, so that's cool. About to throw some dudes at some people. Love it. Skirk Prospector, obviously, probably my favorite card in the game. It's awesome. Does so much. I love it. Skizik, of course. Awesome. Squee's back. I mean, he never left because he's literally immortal, which is sweet. I don't know. Squee's cool. I'm a big fan. I don't know. It's gonna be fun to abuse. There's gonna be some way to make this guy awesome. I guess you could just Skull Clamp him over and over in Commander, or sack him to Goblin Bombardment. Mythic Rare Dragon guy, nah. Wizard's Lightning Bolt, meh. Let's see, onto the green. Ooh, what's this Fungus Plot things? Ooh, this is the Night Soil card, so this is sweet. So this is a green colorless enchantment. Green colorless, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a 1/1 Saproling. Ooh, excuse me. And then sack 2 Saprolings and gain 2 life and draw a card. That's a sweet card. Oh, you know I'm playing Saprolings. Talents. Reprint Guy's Blessing, that's perfect, I love it. Who doesn't like Guy's Blessing? Roar from the Ashes is a pretty cool, like, ramp spell. It actually doesn't put them into play tapped, so you can ramp into another ramp spell, which is pretty sweet. So I'm a big fan, like it. Llanowar Elves, obviously, that's a good one. Multani. Oh man, Multani's so sweet. Like, this thing is, I was like, man, where can you break this guy? I don't know, deck with a lot of lands, I guess. 6 mana, 0/0, power and toughness, each equal to the for each land you control, and in your graveyard, reach trample, and then you can return 2 lands to your hand, and you turn from the graveyard to your hand, so this guy's kind of hard to deal with. Pretty sweet though. Sapling Migration, 2 for 2 1/1s, and then Kicker of 4 for 4 1/1s. That's awesome. More Thalids, Spore Crown Thalids, Spore Swarm, create Thalids. It's just so awesome. Territorial Source, again, love it. Awesome. Ooh, and Thorn Elemental. I bet everyone I've seen that commented on this have talked about like how, you know, oh, I started and Thorn Elemental was in the 7th game or the starter deck, or it was a big part of like the advertising for like 7th edition. And I remember it too, because that's right around when I started, and that was so sweet. That was so sweet. And so it's back. It's not uncommon now. It's kind of cool, but I'm really happy it's in here, because like this is sweet. I mean, who doesn't love Thorn Elemental? Who doesn't? It's awesome. Verdant Force, of course. Untamed Kavu, the improved Kavu Titan. Yeah, that's sweet. The more more Thallid stuff, which I love. Um, got the multicolor stuff, so there's a bunch of multicolor legends. Daragaz is back. Oh man, who didn't? How many people made a deck? The first Magic deck was with Daragaz. That'd be me. I remember buying that guy for like when Invasion came out or something. I think it was like, yeah, I remember because I was like, oh man, this guy's so cool. Do you guys have this card? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh god, I want. Yeah, I was total. I lost my mind. I love Daragaz. It was sweet. New version's pretty cool. Maybe not. Some of the abilities aren't that great in Commander, but I guess it's okay. Kind of interesting. Jorv is pretty sweet. Like I like drawing cards. Your blue-red artifact commander. It's a really good one. I like it. Joda is sweet. I like Fist of the Sun, so I like stupid stuff like that. Obviously, Moltrotha's pretty insane. It's your Crucible of Worlds commander and more. Pretty nice. Oath of Teferi is sweet. Primul's Glorious Rebirth, like just big silly commander stuff, which is awesome. Slimefoot, really good. That's definitely the duo I'm gonna be building around my fungus deck. Teferi, I mean, this guy seems really good. Like even for standard, like you think about like, oh, this card's good, da 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 da. Like it draws a card for its +1 and leaves 2 lands in tap, so you can exile stuff or you can counter stuff. So I mean, it leaves open like negate or seal away or whatever. So you can pretty much answer anything. It's -3 is really great at answering stuff, and I mean, they don't get it for like 3 turns or 2 turns, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty sweet. And of course, the ultimate seems pretty unbeatable. I guess most ultimates are like that, but that's sweet. Freaking Karn, holy moly! Like I'm looking at this guy and I was like, wow, I wonder if they're gonna have a Karn card. I wonder if it's gonna be as good as like the other one, like Karn Liberated. I was like, I wonder. And then they spoil this guy, and it's like, holy moly! Just like look at him. Okay, 4 mana for 5 loyalty, +1 is to the mini FOF. So your opponent chooses which card you get for the top 2. -1 is you can get one of those cards in exile, and then the -2 is create a 0/0 colorless construct, and then it has the ability of like +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So it pumps itself at least. But like, how sweet is this card? Like, I'm thinking like, man, in Legacy when you play like Ancient Tomb and City of Traders, like just jam this dude on like turn 2. I'm like, wow, that'd be like, it's like the turn 3 card in Modern is how I immediately thought of like how unbeatable is this thing. Like, I mean, well, maybe not unbeatable, but man, that's pretty big. Like this bomb. I mean, like you can. That's crazy. Just like think about it. Think all the Tomb decks. None of them really have a good source of card advantage for the most part. So they're a little inconsistent and can like get worn down pretty easily. Can't often find the right cards for this guy. Like he makes like his ultimate, it's only -2, makes like a dude that just gets huge, or like you just get tons and tons of cards. Like, I mean, that's just crazy. Like this guy seems really good. Like either the mud decks or the steel stompy decks, the mini workshop aggro decks. Like this card seems pretty crazy. Like, yeah, I'm a big fan. I love it. I love this Karn. I love Karn. Man, what a sweet card. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I love it. So it's Karn and he's doing stuff. I don't know what a Scion is, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll look it up. I'll be a genius. Some kind of cool stuff. The Black Blade Reforged, so obvious reference to Dakin Black Blade. It's a sword. That's kind of cool. Talks about Gideon wielding it, so that's kind of interesting. Then we've got Damping Sphere, which obviously is a modern, hate card, which is good. I was super surprised that it was uncommon, because effects are typically rare. Most of the spheres are rare, or all of them. So this is interesting, although it's a little weaker in the sphering part. Like I say, Gilded Lotus, Icy Manipulator reprint, love it. Juggernaut reprint, love it. Got so many cool artifacts. Obviously the Mox Amber, which is like, it feels like it's the big mana ramp Mox. Like you don't play it until like turn 4 or something to jump you up to like 6 mana or whatever. I mean, that's pretty sweet, but like it's cool. It's weird. It does function differently. It feels more like the explosive vegetation of Moxes, if that makes any sense. It doesn't really, but that's how I like to think about it. So, Power Stone Shard, that's sweet. Oh, that Thran Gateway thing, now that's cool. I thought that would definitely be like mythic, but that's like, oh man. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas, that's cool. Put artifacts into play at instant speed, or like planeswalkers, or even the sagas is pretty interesting. So you can go from first chapter to second chapter like real quick. Traxos is awesome. I'm obviously this card just screams to me like Affinity, like very. I mean, it seems like a 4 mana 7/7 trample with like vigilance or pseudo vigilance. Because you can always just cast your Welding Jar or Ornithopter or something to untap him. Card seems good. It seems like it should see play somewhere. I mean, it's not like they're short for like giant beaters, but this is pretty interesting. I can see this making headway somewhere. Maybe even in Legacy too. I mean, 4 mana 7/7s with trample, or that's pretty good. Trample and basically vigilance too. At least most of the time. And then Weatherlight. Weatherlight's sweet. I mean, I love it. It's a sweet vehicle. I want to play it. I want to impulse for 5 and get good stuff. So I like that. I like Weatherlight. And then we got lands. We got the Innistrad lands, the Memorials, which are pretty sweet. Zalfirin Void, which is awesome. I think like Eldrazi decks will want to play that, or maybe some of the mud decks or whatever, because I mean that's basically like Scry 1 is like, it's really useful for like a land. It doesn't even enter the battlefield tapped. Like that's pretty strong. Like that's just free card manipulation. I mean, most people know how good that is because of the 2-color Scry lands from like Theros and stuff. So strong effect. I'm a big fan. Then there's last but not least, Cabal Stronghold. Well, I mean, it's kind of least. Like, this is probably one of the most disappointing parts of the set because, unfortunately, it's one of those cards that you read. Like, the more you read, and then the more the worse it gets. So you're like, oh, okay, so it's just a slightly worse Cabal Coffers, right? Because it just costs 3. I'm like, okay, but it taps for colors, so it's like kind of a trade-off. But then it's like, oh, you have to have basic swamps. So you can't even use this in like some sort of mono black control in Modern with Urborg. Like, no. Why would we want you to do that? That's a little frustrating. I mean, I don't understand why they added the basic swamp thing, since as far as I know, that's not going to be, I mean, maybe something in core set or the next set after that, but I don't understand why they added the basic swamp thing. Like, are they reprinting Urborg? Like, what's the deal? Why are we nerfing this card? It could just say like swamp and still be just as good. Like, is mono black control like the tier 0 deck if they have a slightly worse Cabal Coffers? Like, I don't understand. I don't know, kind of weird in my opinion, but I think it's cool. Obviously, I like the callback to Cabal Coffers. I love that card. That was a sweet deck. Man, no Nantuko Shade, although there was the triple black 3/3 that pumped for black, which is not as cool as Nantuko Shade, because Nantuko Shade had sweeter art. Should have reprinted Nantuko Shade again. Now we're talking. Now I want to play mono black. But yeah, so basically overall, this set's a home run. I'm gonna buy a box of it. I'll probably do a box opening this weekend. Man, this card's so sweet. Or this deck. let's try this again. Third time's a charm. This set is so sweet. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to open up a bunch more Skirk Prospectors to add more Skirk Prospectors to my Skirk Prospector collection. If I get a foil Skirk Prospector, that'll be the greatest thing ever. It's like my favorite card. And the Goblin War Chief has sweet, good art on it too. Foil War Chief, man, I'd be excited. I'd be so excited. What a sweet set. So much sweet stuff, so much nostalgia, so many cool legends. I mean, and you get the vampire guy. Man, the vampire guy's cool. The black white one. Yeah. So this, I'm a big fan, like I said. So this is gone on probably long enough. my pseudo set review. Just me talking about stuff. It's probably easier if you guys follow along. I'll put a link in the description for the Gatherer thing, and this was awesome. Oh man, what a sweet set. I am so excited. I can't wait. Oh boy. So this is definitely like in the running for my top 5 favorite sets. Good stuff. Good stuff. No squirrels, but we can't have everything, right? So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you go with your pre-release, your LGS, and play in it and have fun, because this looks like a sweet set. I mean, it makes me even really want to play in Standard for the first time in a while. I mean, it looks so cool. So, alright guys. Yeah, A+, S++, ranking. That's the official rating. I did scientific analysis, so there's enough Skirk Prospectors. That's what the S stands for. That's why it's S++. Alright, that's it. Have a nice day.